And I had to do it. Jesus had to do it too. It wouldn't serve us at all for Jesus to come here knowing everything, about everything, and never having to be on the learning edge to understand more and more as life presented more and more opportunity. Jesus was not truly at home with this concept of universal inclusion. Jesus was not truly at home. He was in transition, and for just a minute, his cultural prejudice was shown. That's why I struggle with this passage of scripture, because I can't conceive of Jesus having cultural prejudice. He is not at home with the Jewish powers, because he just left the Sadducees and the Pharisees, but he's also not ready to be radically inclusive. Anybody know about that? You're not at home with your mom and daddy's church, come on. But you're not quite altogether sure whether you want to be fully reconstructed and deconstructed and reconstructed and deconstructed in this atmosphere. Come on now. I said, I don't know if I believe all that, because that attacks me at the fundamental core. My Christian DNA is in trouble in this atmosphere. The Pharisees had branded him a lawbreaker. He is regarded by Herod and Rome as a menace. He is being disrespected because he's from Nazareth, the ghetto. But he's still not quite ready to accept this woman on equal terms with his people. Jesus is seeking the seclusion of a foreign land to withdraw from the enmity of the Jews. But he's not in this land because he is embraced by these people or embracing these people. You see, prophets are often on the edge of many communities. In fact, the only real difference between a prophet and a heathen is time. These people were different. They wore the wrong clothes and danced to the wrong songs and worshiped the wrong gods. But now it is time to lay the real foundation for Pentecost. It was coming. This blessing of being filled with the Spirit and power available to all. This woman, this dog, was about to break things wide open. Now, let's not try to pretty this up. Dog was a contemptuous term. This was a kind of hateful thing to say to this woman. I've heard many preachers try to help Jesus with this. And say that the text really best translated says little dog. That doesn't make me feel any better about it. Dog is dog, and I love dogs, but when calling a human being a dog, I don't care if you mean lap dog, little dog, baby dog, it's still a dog, okay? This woman, this dog, this contemptuous name that the Jews sometimes had for Gentiles during this time. But the purpose that Jesus was about to fulfill needed a dog. She wasn't a dog because she was low down or nasty. She was a dog because she was different. She was other. Do you understand? Because of her determination to come to Jesus, she passed through what she knew would be his contempt for her. Something here for us. The church in this hour needs some dogs. Let's get this. Dogs to move the church to its true purpose. When we were younger and in the clubs, we used to sing a song and had a little refrain that said, bow wow wow, yippee-oh, yippee-yay, bow wow, yippee-oh. Somebody knows the words. We need some bow wow wow, yippee-oh, yippee-yay people in the town, in the time that we're in, running into this dog on his vacation, exposed Jesus to the faith of the Gentiles. Hear me. Exposed the institution to the faith of the margins. Exposed religion that was confined to the private social clubs, to the heart and the soul and the passion of the people who were not a part of those organizations. And this woman was not leaving without her blessing. That's what I like about her. Culture wouldn't stop her. The disciples, I can imagine her in my mind. When the disciples told her, the few that went with Jesus, "You are not welcome here," I can see her saying, "Baby, look at the hand, look right here. Talk to the hand. I didn't come here for you. God bless you. I'm glad that you're Jesus' pastor's aide and adjutant and all of that, but I didn't come here looking for you. I'm looking for the man from Nazareth because I understand that he has healing in his wings. I'm looking for the one who, when the woman with the issue of blood touched the hem of his garment, she was made whole. That's the one whose reputation precedes him, and that's who I'm looking for. So would you stand aside? Don't make me make you move. Stand aside. My culture's not going to stop me. Your laws are not going to stop me. Borders and governments are not going to stop me. Your insults will not stop me. Your religion will not stop me. Your ethnicity, your culture will not stop me. And your perception of me will not stop me, because I came to be blessed and to have my daughter healed. And I know Jesus can do this. And there she was, different from Jewish women. Syrophoenician, Syrian, probably had some dingly-dangly earrings on, maybe some see-through kind of fabric. She wasn't veiled and covered. She came from a culture where women, as my grandmother said, talk right up. And she was dangerous to traditions and customs of Jesus and his disciples, but he saw her faith. Not her hair, not her clothes, not her accent, her faith. Not her religion, not her orientation, not her baptism, her faith. Not what text of the scripture she read, whether she knew Hebrew, whether she worshipped in Jerusalem or in the mountain. He saw her faith, her faith, her faith. And when he saw her faith, he had to respond to her. He had to respond to her, and he had to heal her daughter. And the direction of his ministry changed completely. When you read it chronologically, and all of that effort that Jesus made to gather in his own people and his own kind shifted dramatically. And his reach went out to the point at which the whosoever became real. See, the whosoever had to get real before Calvary. You understand what I'm saying? The whosoever had to be embodied and embraced. And you know, the truth is, before we can really go out into the world and preach Christ, our whosoever has to get real. To the point at which the welcome is sincere and authentic. I work with people living with HIV who are always, always thinking about their own mortality. And as we say, sometimes you can't fake the funk when you're dealing with people who are dying. When you come in the room and anything in your spirit says, love the sinner and hate the sin, they can smell you halfway down the hallway. And know that you're coming in there wearing judgment robes. Even if they're invisible, they can still see them. See, our welcome has to be authentic. Where our welcome has to be tried in the fire. Our welcome has to be real. Because real people know real when they see it. Jesus had to respond to her. It changed the direction of his ministry completely. It began the complete work that made the table of the Lord a welcome table. Started what my friend called Jesus' birthday party. Let me say this to you. He said his mama had a birthday party one day. And he said his mama invited his cousin. His cousin's name was Shalom. He didn't get it. We have no idea what his birth name was. But in the family and in the hood, they called him Shalom. And his brother said to his mama, "You did not invite Shalom." She said, "Yes, I did." He said, "But mama, please." He said, "When Shalom comes, you can hear him for blocks before he gets there. Loud music, leaning in the car. All kinds of people following him. There's a posse of people that follow Shalom. And they